Spurs have already been eliminated from the playoffs. I think they're looking to strengthen their roster with another high lottery pick. But how important is it for Wemby to learn how to win in the league this season? Like how much of a big deal is a game like that with all the adversity they've suffered this year for your franchise player, the future of this franchise?
At this point, he just got to hoop. So even if they lost that game, it's still like Wemby is Wemby. So if he decides to like water his game down this last few weeks of the season to get some wins together, like.
But I don't think, I'm going to say he has to water it down. Even the game against the Warriors that they lost, I think he had like 32 in that game. I think for him
like
now,
I think at this point he should just be like, F y'all. Like, clearly what y'all got going on, we not even in the playoffs, so.
Y'all have not been passing me the rock all season, so get it out the net.
Move. Right.
So how important is it for Wemby to learn how to win in the league this season?
This season?
This season to build to his future.
I mean, like it's clear, man. Like I said, Pop, the infamous jigsaw killer, is not fucking with Wemby to the extent of playing him a certain amount of minutes for him to actually have an impact on the team's winning, and then having the team adjust to making him the focal point, and then defensive schemes like doubling Jalen Brunson when he has fucking 40, 50, and then get him to 60, certain shit. I'm just seeing a decline of era over there. Where if they don't make no adjustments, they're not going to be winning in the next 4, 5, 6 years. So it's important for him to want to win and learn how to win, but this season, that's out the window. It's just about stat padding at this point to make him look good and going into next season, which is unfortunate because I know he don't like playing like that. He just like to hoop.
Yeah. And then just for everybody on the couch, how impressed, before the season started, we gave our, best case scenarios for how Wemby would look this season. But how impressed have you been with now that you've actually got to see Wemby play?
Yeah.
The bulk of his rookie season.
Super impressed.
Did it exceed
at least once a game,
expectations?
I'm like, how did he do that? Like,
what did I say he was going to average?
I think somewhere in the
20s, right?
18 to 20 range.
he not going to win MVP. He not going to win Rookie of the Year because they're so bad.
No, I think he's got that.
He's going to win that, right?
That locked
He
up.
should have that and Defensive Player of the Year.
You think he should get the Defensive Player of the Year?
Because they're ranked 1 when he's on the court, and they're ranked last when he's off the court, which...
Really?
Yeah. Which tells you how great he is defensively.
First to last is crazy.
You know what I mean? Like, so it's not like there's this steady hold. Like, when he's on the court, they're ranked 1. When he leaves, last place, which means him by himself is dictating the defense. Rudy, if he's not on the court, they're not dropping all the way to last because they have other defensive players. So you can't reward a guy who doesn't have that type of impact. Rudy on the court or off the court doesn't impact the game defensively. You can see one is impacting the game, right? Like, he is literally ranked, they're ranked 1 when he's on the court, last when he's off the court. Let you know his impact by himself is Defensive Player of the Year.
Has a rookie won that before? Defensive Player of the Year?
Man, I don't know that.
I don't think, maybe Dwight. Did Dwight win it?
I don't. The only person that could have won it was like Tim Duncan, maybe.
That's what I was thinking about. I don't
I
know.
don't know, like somebody like that.
That's very impressive. Because that's usually the part where young players struggle is the defensive side of the ball.
Yep.
And he's super young.
So no rookies ever won the award,
Wow.
according to a quick Google search.
I
But
think this should be the first time.
This should be the
That would
first.
be so
I mean,
fire. He deserves it.
That's what he deserves. He can't help that he's only playing 28, 29. He can't help that. But when he's on the court, they're the best defensive team in the league. If he played 40-something minutes, they would be ranked 1. It says that you can't.
do you think the Spurs record will ultimately hurt?
It has nothing to do with this is Defensive Player of the Year.
I understand that, but I think from a square perspective, when you look at that record and say, oh, it doesn't equate to wins or whatever, you're gonna say, but you look at that
Rudy
team.
was winning it. It wasn't their record in Utah wasn't equating to no fucking.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. When you look at it,
look, I understand the argument of it's not equating to wins. I get that. But how can Rudy say he's the best defensive player when Ant-Man is a defensive player, Conley's a defensive player, when Nas is a defensive player,
Daniel.
when Rudy's
got
his team ain't, what are they ranked? 1?
in defense,
They got a defender almost at every position.
Yeah. So they're ranked 1, When Wemby's playing, they're ranked 1. You see the difference?
Yeah.
Now, when Rudy's going off, when he's out of the game, they don't go to last place. So that means if they're still ranked 1 or go to 2 when he's out of the game, it lets you know they're structurally a better defensive all-around team. So obviously they're going to win because they have offense, they have better defensive, other players on the team. He's just one person.
Yeah, for sure.
He's just one person. So it's no different than the scoring title, right? It's the same thing, right? If someone averages 36 and they win 0 games, 36 points a game, he gets that award. This is an award.
And
has nothing to do with wins.
When you look at the history of defensive players of the year, it's about what it looked like, the totality of that year. Like Ben Wallace, when he won multiple Player of the Years, Dwight Howard, when he won them, I think Dikembe won a couple. Like, it's like how it looks when you're out there playing defense and how it affects the other team's ability to score the ball. Even when he's on the perimeter, he's blocking perimeter shots. He's changing shots. Like, that shit look different. He's young and athletic. Like, Rudy he's getting older. So it's looking a little rusty for him. So for him to even think that he can get it
that's
over
what
this
AD is.
dude, it's absurd. Just because if he wasn't there, would we give it to Rudy, hands down?
No.
Who would be in the running if
saying,
Wemby wasn't here? Who would be in the running with Rudy to be like, all right, we're gonna give it between you two? It's like who? So he's used to being able to get it based on the fact that he's Rudy.
But that's what I'm saying. You're getting a benefit of doubt because you're using team wins in this isolated thing, right? An assist leader has no win total on it.
Right.
The block leader, the total rebounds leader, none of those are impacted by wins and losses, right? A defensive player of the year, it's his metrics by himself. That is the point of it. It's not a team thing.
Yeah.
But Rudy is hiding behind other team defenses. So that's kind of, it's a hard thing to do.
Like when Kawhi won it, like Ron Artest won it. When Ron won it, it wasn't no team thing.
As I said, there's just guys sometimes in the league, they are just great at defense.
Yep, for sure.
They're single-handedly great at defense. So you can't, you have to reward them for what they're doing. You can't penalize them because it's not leading to wins.
Yeah.
That's not his fault.
Yeah, that's like every matchup.
Gobert and Wemby are 2 front runners right now. AD's in the mix as well. But
Yeah.
I think AD's in front of Rudy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. AD, that's what AD is. These are individual guys. You don't have, who's another defensive player on Lakers?
Prince, maybe.
Say Prince.
Prince.
Yeah.
Probably there. Because he used to playing defense.
Yeah. I just say that, like the Tony Allens, those Tony Allen, they stand alone. There's just some guys who can affect the game by themselves.
Yep.
And Wemby is that dude.
For sure.
well, speaking of AD, let's talk about these Lakers a little bit. The smoke.
You see it working now.
It worked.
It worked now.
The smoke machine worked.
Just didn't work for the women's.
Shut up.
Just work for the women's
up.
game.
You pressed the other button.
Don't fool the people. Just have his way.
Don't work it out.
That ain't working for the women.
You go out your way, shut up.
This motherfucker right here.
My bad.
My bad.
Thank you.
He is different.
Like,
Gil's being a villain.
diabolical over here. Please.
Gil's being a villain in his sick, twisted way of getting more people to watch a women's game. He's shouldering that burden.
Jeez.
Appreciate you.
Got a whole daughter.
I know how Gil's mind
whole
works.
daughter going to go play.
He knows if he goes that route, he'll get a ton of backlash and he'll help grow the
What's
game.
good is there's 2 French guys, going at it. You know what I mean? That's good there. 2 French.
No Diddy.
Too
Have a little French slap off.
French slap off,
French slap off.
please.
It's hard to do a show every day. I wish y'all out there really understood what I have to go through every day just to bring y'all Gil's Arena presented by Underdog Fantasy. Woof, woof.